Hey, what is up, everybody? New episode of Murray Chat. And this episode is Destiny. Or should I say Destiny 2? Well, Destiny 1 actually also. We'll get to that in a little bit. This is my coverage of the Destiny 2 reveal that occurred on June 9th from Bungie, from the Bungie vlog. I watched it live. I was talking about it on Twitter. A lot of stuff to go over. A lot of interesting stuff. A lot of stuff that I predicted. Some stuff that I didn't. Some stuff that was a surprise. Some stuff that was obvious. And a really laid out roadmap for the future. So this is for my Destiny players out there. I do have my Destiny series, the Iron Crucible rebooted, coming back, where we go online and we play and we do Iron Banner, we do the Crucible. So check that out, and that'll be definitely going into the future, especially with all this information. So let's talk about the roadmap, but let's talk about what's coming now and what's coming in the future. So Destiny isn't going anywhere, to answer your question right off the bat. Bungie actually has a really long roadmap that's going to go into 2022, believe it or not. Right into the next generation of systems, which is exciting because we're going to find out about them soon. I'm also going to be covering that, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X coverage. Murray and Jay Await is your one stop for everything. So you don't have to deal with all those other journalists and other big gaming channels and all their bullshit that they have right now and everything else going on. You come here, great giveaways, great news coverage, fun environment, always mixing it up for you. All in one place. Murray and Jay Await. Let's talk Destiny. So, Luke Smith, they were talking. There was no Deej in this podcast, but he was talking on Twitter. And basically what's happening is that they laid the annual fall Destiny content coming out. It's called, what we're going to actually show you. Let me switch over to the web. Beyond Light, okay, it's coming out September 22nd. That is the next big content drop, your annual fall content drop, okay? That's going to get you a new area to explore, Europa. It's going to add a new subclass, which is going to be called Stasis, a new ability to add to the Arc, Solar, and Void elements. Again, we're going to be going to Europa. I'll read this. Eris Morn, the Drifter, and the mysterious Exo-Stranger. Now, remember her from the original Destiny? She was the one that said, I don't have time to explain what I don't have time to explain. Well, she's coming back and will lead players to Europa this fall. Europa is a small, icy moon of Jupiter and a location cut from the original Destiny. Now the strange trio have assembled on the moon to help players start fighting back against the invading darkness, okay? A new raid coming on the Deep Stone Crypt, and a new kind of fall, a new kind of enemies. Okay, and they are taking pre-orders. There's a collector's edition with a statue, the digital expansion, the digital Beyond Light on its own, the standard fare of how Bungie does it. So, Beyond Light is coming next in 2020 in the fall, September 22nd, okay? Naturally, that'll be on current systems, okay? But let's jump ahead. So we have Beyond Light in 2020. They already have the roadmap. 2021 is going to be, the content drop for that is going to be called The Witch Queen. And all the way into 2022 is going to be called Lightfall. PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X next-gen versions are coming. They haven't been clear if they're going to be launch titles or shortly after launch of the new systems. They are going to be free to existing players, so meaning if you buy the season passes or if you buy, say, Beyond Light, it is transferable to the next gen. Cross-play, meaning if you stay within PlayStation's ecosystem or Xbox, cross-play between last and next-gen systems. Again, It's going to be free to jump over. Your content will carry. Okay? Next gen will feature 60 frames per second. And from the 30 frames per second, 1080p to 60 frames per second, 4K on next gen. All right. And you will have the content as it drops. Yes, they are staying with the Destiny 2 name, at least until 2022 that we know of. So they're pretty much going to stay with their platform. Which is good because everything you have, you don't have to start over, and everything you have will stay in the same system, ecosystem, player environment. Okay, here's the big elephant in the room. However, there is a caveat. There is something coming. I'm not too crazy about, however, I was thinking about the reason why they did this, and I'm kind of understanding why, the reason behind it, and why they really didn't have a choice. I'll explain. Let me jump back to my face cam so you can see my ugly face. Okay. Now, the elephant in the room. Destiny. Oh, and Destiny 1. Well, okay, I'll get to that in a minute because this is actually part of this. So what they're going to be doing is a new thing called the Destiny Vault system. They're going to be taking content out, older content. I think the Curse of Osiris is going to be the first campaign that they take out of the system, out of the live service. So you won't be able to, I think after September sometime, you won't be able to access that campaign and that content that goes with it. However, they will be cycling in other content in place of it. They said that they're going to be bringing back the Cosmodrome from Destiny 1 and content from that era. So the Destiny Vault system will take away content based on player feedback, based on what players are playing and what players are not playing, but also bringing content in. Now, I have a problem with this. First of all, the guy said, I think it was Luke Smith, our content is some of the largest game in the world. We have this many strikes. We have this many Crucible matches. We have this many raids. We have this many campaign missions. And then he goes, oh, by the way, we're taking some of it out. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, they're going to cycle in stuff in place of it. And then after a while, that's going to go away. And then after a while, this is going to go away. And then this might come back. But then how long is this going to stay for? And it's like a Guardian or player that is just coming into Destiny for the first time will not be able to ever experience everything. Okay, so like Warmind, Curse of Osiris, okay, how many people really enjoyed that content or played those campaigns? But true Guardians did. And what about the people that do want to experience the whole campaign, the whole entire story of Destiny? Because later down the line, they'll say, oh, did you ever see when this happened? Or did you ever see when this happened? They're going to say no. And who knows what, when's Forsaken going to be taken out? When's the main campaign going to be taken out? When's Shadow? When's Taken King? You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Or coming back into the game or coming back out or whatever. It's cool that we can get it. We're going to get maybe remastered Destiny 1 campaigns coming in. Now, with that being said, I was thinking about this. One of the biggest problems with Destiny that I've noticed is the hard drive space that the freaking game takes up. Do you know that I almost have a giant chunk of my PlayStation 5 hard drive dedicated to Destiny? You can tell how much I love Destiny because most of my hard drive is dedicated to Destiny. Okay? The file size just keeps getting larger. It's like well over 100 gigs. This is the reason why they're doing the Vault system. Because they says that the game is going to be like 200-300 gigabytes by the time they're done with everything on next gen, regardless of how big those hard drives are going to be. Or that you could plug in, expansion slots or external hard drives. So I do understand why they're doing the Vault system, because of the giant space. And that is a problem. I guess there really is no way around that. My theory, my understanding and workaround that would be make it where the player could choose what they want to remove and that they could put it back on their system at any time. So in response to that, I'm thinking, well, Bungie just don't want to store that content on their server. Because why couldn't they just keep like, say, I want to remove, say, Curse of Osiris. For me, free up some space on my hard drive, but then like a month or two later, I want to experience it again. I don't know. I probably wouldn't go back to a campaign again, but I'm saying in general to have the option. They just want to remove it completely. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I'm kind of torn. I mean, it's nice. The nice thing is that we're getting content in place of it. But I would say let the viewer decide how much space they want to use on their hard drive, and they can decide what to remove and what not to. From what I'm to understand, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox One or Xbox Series X has the ability to download. When you install a game, you could tell it to install just the campaign of a game, just the multiplayer of the game, both. So it would kind of be in line with that, but decide what parts of content you want. But I guess because it's a live system, it's up to Bungie. I don't know. What do you guys think? That's my Destiny coverage. That's pretty much everything that they covered. That's what the future holds of Destiny. I'm kind of excited. Let's see. I'm sure there's a lot of nerfs and whatnot coming. They always seem to fuck up something, Bungie, but at least we know we got a nice roadmap and that we're going into the future on newer systems and that we're not going to have to start over and buy everything over again. So you could buy everything now in the September, not worry about buying everything again when you upgrade this November or whatever. And that's that. Take care, everybody, and I'll be seeing you again on the next episode of Merry Chat.